Patapos ng taon pero mukhang mainit ang ulo ng ating presidente. His latest target, the Manila Water concessionaires, in particular, the Ayalas and Manny Pangilinan who are in charge of Manila Water and Maynilad. Yung term na oligarchy. Well, it goes back to the Greeks, in particular thinkers like Aristotle, who define oligarchy as the rule of the few, but the bad version of that. Because the good version of that, according to Aristotle, is called aristocracy. Pagdating sa Pilipinas, many consider us actually as not a democracy, but rather as a liberal oligarchy. According to a study by the World Bank, in 2011, 40 richest family, a very small percentage of our population, took home 76% of newly created growth. This was the highest rate of growth concentration in the entire Asian region. The second thing we have to understand is that President Duterte is a populist. Ibig sabihin, galit ka sa mga oligarchy and the political establishment. Hindi ito first time na tinatarget ni Pangulong Duterte yung mga so-called oligarchs or major businessmen who control huge sectors of our economy. Pero ano naman itong issue ng Manila Water concessionaire? Bakit galit na galit si Pangulong Duterte? The trigger for that was supposedly a recent ruling by an international arbitration body kung saan nanalo ang Manila Water, led by the Ayalas, against the Philippine government. According to the arbitration award, dapat more than 7 billion pesos in damages ang babayaran sa Manila Water because they were supposedly prevented from justifiably increasing their water rates. Pero para kay Pangulong Duterte, this is an abuse of monopolies by the oligarchs. Let's go back to the 1990s, panahon ni President Ramos. Throughout the 1980s, nagkaroon tayo ng economic crisis, debt crisis, EDSA revolution at multiple coups. Kaya nung nanalo si Pangulong Ramos bilang presidente ng bansa, he inherited a lot of problems. One of those problems was delivery of basic services. At kasama dyan, yung tubig. In fact, during the Ramos administration, barely 70% yung water supply capacity ng ating gobyerno. This was under the so-called MWSS. Not to mention intermittent, yung provision ng water and sometimes only 16 hours a day. So anong solusyon ng gobyerno? The solution is privatization. Sa ilalim ng privatization scheme, binigyan yung operation at improvement ng ating water facilities to the private companies who are supposed to be more efficient in deliveries of these services. One group was led by the Ayalas, that became the Manila Water. The other group was led by the Lopezes. And in 2007, Manny Pangilinan and the DMCI company together took over the share of the Lopezes. Ang problema dyan is, this year nakita natin there was a huge shortage of Manila water supply. At para kay Pangulong Duterte, mukhang mga monopolies na yan ay nag-increase ng prices, nag-increase ng profits, but they're not providing efficient and affordable basic services for the Filipino people. The concession agreements were supposed to expire in 2022, but the Arroyo administration extended it to 2037. Nonetheless, ang klarong-klaro dito is the privatization of water and other basic utilities in the Philippines may have brought some efficiency, but earlier this year we saw that even that efficiency is under question. What is not under doubt is that we have one of the most expensive and unaffordable basic services in the world. So regardless of your political color, whether you like President Duterte and his style or not, what is important for us is to finally really talk about whether tama yung pag-privatize ng ating basic services.